Dáil na nÓg is a national youth parliament of Ireland for people aged 12 to 18. This year Dáil na nÓg celebrates its 10th anniversary. 200 young people are elected by their local Cuireann na nÓg to Dáil na nÓg. The issues that are discussed at Dáil na nÓg are presented to government bodies and adult decision makers in an effort to bring about positive changes for young people. Over the last 10 years, the topics discussed at Dáil na nÓg include exam pressures, body image, the cost of education, young people having a say in education, bullying, depression and suicide, exercise and sport, sexual health, road safety and youth facilities.
Dáil na nÓg, a gathering of young people, it's an opportunity to get their views, their experience, and then make sure that it gets put into policy and that senior policy makers and ministers listen, and not just listen but act on what they have to say.
Many important changes have been implemented for young people as a result of the work done through Dáil na nÓg and Cuireann na nÓg. This short film shows images from sessions of Dáil na nÓg over the last 10 years, and here's the voice of some young people who were delegates in different years. Sheelin attended Dáil na nÓg in 2009.
On the day of the Dáil na nÓg, different representatives from different corlas got together in Dublin. Our meeting was held in Croke Park, and each person was member of a different kind of round table, and at each round table a particular issue would have been discussed. So it was a good opportunity to really meet other people from around Ireland and hear what they're up to in their own Cuireann Nooks, and also to discuss the particular topic that you were given on the day. I mean, the fact that I was representing Dublin City Cuireann na nÓg, being a non-Irish, not even born in Dublin, for me it was just a great achievement and good to be able to participate in that. Yeah. So at that particular time, the Minister for Health had just said that they're going to postpone the free cervical cancer vaccine for all girls in secondary schools. So a lot of people, young people were worried about this, and they were saying that, why has this happened, and the budget was set aside for this, why have they completely changed and said that, we're not going to go ahead with the plan. And even up to this day, I see a lot of news reports about RSC, and I see them using our statistics, which I think it's the greatest achievement you could ever ask for, that a group of young people from 15 to 18 produced this report that the media is using as factual information right now.
Paddy attended Dáil na nÓg in 2002.
Dáil na nÓg certainly grew up a lot in the 6 years that I was there, so I mean it was very well put together in a way, and I think a lot of the young people that were there, this is one thing I've always found when working with young people, that year on year, whether they've been there before, whether they haven't, the issues they're almost sort of psychically picked up by people, so there's a real sort of a sense of a relay there. We may not see the 100% finished article, but you're leaving it, you're handing it off for somebody else, and it's one of those things is that no matter what young youth group are doing anywhere, they always think, are we doing enough? Are we a very small dot in the grand scheme of things? And ultimately, it takes a lot of those small dots to make a big picture, and it's just about making sure that people realise that and that they get to speak to as many people as possible when they're doing that.
So the fact that you have young people who are willing not just to come to a one-off meeting, but are willing to meet throughout the year and to look at what the bigger group want and to follow it through and make suggestions about how different departments could implement what the Dáil na nÓg has agreed is really important. And I'd really want to say a very big thank you, not just to the people who come to perhaps the annual meeting, but who are prepared to get on with the work of implementing the agenda of Dáil na nÓg throughout the year.
And I mean, there are some people who have something to say but maybe aren't as forthcoming about it, and it's making sure, and it's just having the cognizance, it's just having the presence of mind really, to make sure that everybody who has something to say gets to say it.
Philip attended Dáil na nÓg in 2005.
And I thought my views would be kind of my individual views and my own personal experiences, but it kind of came out that every young person across the country were sharing these same experiences, had the same goals as myself, and it just showed that it gave me the opinion that a lot of people cared and they wanted to change.
In 2002, it was a case of we want to be listened to in terms of mental health. Now it's a case of, a couple of years after that, it was, we want to be consulted when it comes to mental health. Now it's a case of we want to be deciding policy on mental health. And so there's your kind of stepping stone there, you know. And so it's gone from we want to be listened to, you know, it's a case of this is what we've come up with. Are you happy with that? And that's the best possible thing that you can go for. I mean, politics at its most basic, at its most fundamental, and at its most impressive level, I suppose, is at things like Dáil and Óg, because it's people genuinely working together for everybody's welfare, not just their own.